people to come. Yeah, we can like do that.
Okay.
It takes a while for people to come in. Hi guys. You see how like we have to like.
That's the whole vertical thing.
I know, and it's crazy, but you'll see. All right, we are live with a writer, comedian. Do you consider yourself an actor?
No.
Okay, John Szeluga. You're the head writer for Impractical Jokers, right?
I'm not. I'm a. I'm a supervising comedy producer, whatever that means. So I've been there 10 years. Okay. The head writer is James Kilman. He's been there since season 3, I want to say. We're at season 12 now. So yeah, the writers' room. We've been together a long time. So yeah, I do have some authority over there, I guess, but not head writer.
Okay, so I'll keep reiterating who's here. Now, John, I eat like a caval on camera, so feel free to take some.
No, good. Thank you. It looks good.
We are here, Divorce Diaries Live. This is a different stream today. Usually I do a little earlier, but I have my first guest. All right.
I can't believe I'm the first one.
You are. Well, okay, my boyfriend and his daughter were actually the first one.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's I'm the third.
My daughter doesn't want to be on camera, which is okay.
I can relate.
Do your kids not want to like?
You can keep that pointed at you. You don't have to put that here. I should get closer.
These camera angles. All right, so as you'll see, people will come in, and hopefully we also can watch our live to make sure it's not like fuzzy. But hi, good morning, Ari. So he's one of our. Yeah, he comes in every day. Okay, grower.
Good morning.
He's from Oklahoma.
What's he growing?
Weed.
Yeah, nice. All right.
All right, so we got John Szeluga here from Practical Jokers. Can you guys hear us okay? Hit the like button. And then also, you'll see I'll do this. So once it gets popping, subscribers only, so they have to subscribe.
Oh, look at you. Wow,
yeah,
all right.
Exactly, I'm hardcore. Now, I don't want to oversell the live stream because usually I have like 100 eventually. Well, it seems to be like 100, but we're going to get going. All right, so John, we met through my friend Liz, who's a cop.
Yes.
Because you guys are all from Staten Island.
Yeah. I dated her sister a long time ago when I was like 19.
Wait, she told me, and I was like, I just shot my pilot, and she's like, yo, maybe I can hook you up. I was like, yes, introduced. So through LinkedIn, we met. Yeah. Because Staten Island is really. Does John have a YouTube channel? Oh yeah, do you have a YouTube channel?
I do have a YouTube channel. It's just my name, like at John Szeluga. Very difficult to spell.
All right, so I'm gonna put it in the description so that you can go follow his YouTube as well. So John and I met through my friend Liz, and just make sure you guys can hear us. Hit that like button. I look like a fucking mess today, but that's okay.
You don't look like
I do.
Are you kidding me?
God. All right. So just leave it to the female to bring up her in between interviewing a guest. So you're a comedian, a writer, filmmaker?
Sure.
Okay. And producer.
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about your life before Impractical Jokers.
Oh, before Impractical Jokers? Well, the thing I was doing right before Impractical Jokers was stand-up.
Okay, yeah. Talk to us about your stand-up.
Not full-time. I had a day job.
Okay, yes.
And multiple jobs.
Multiple jobs. You were a teacher too.
I was a teacher. Yeah, I was an adjunct lecturer. I worked in a college. I worked in a theater. I worked for a photographer. And it's a hustle. I did stand-up at night. And prior to that, I was doing sketch comedy video stuff my whole life. I was doing stuff on public access when I was a teenager.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
the Manhattan Neighborhood Network?
Staten Island. Yeah, Staten Island CTV, community television. When I was 16, I got my license because then you had access to a studio and cameras and editing equipment. And
so at 16, he really started the grind. When did John know comedy was his passion?
Always, as long as I can remember. 5, maybe. 5. My grandfather, when he retired, got really into video production, and that was like his hobby. So,
he's married.
That's right.
But his parents are divorced. Go ahead. Sorry. This is
dude. You're paying it. See, that's hard. I can't do all that. So
if I cut you off, that's why, because I want
you're actually paying attention.
No, that's good. Okay, so he started comedy. He was 5.
Yeah, my grandfather would make these home movies about like literally spiders coming from outer space and stuff. And me and my brother were the actors in those movies.
I love that.
At like 5 and 4. So that was where I
that's adorable.
Fell in love with it. Yeah.
You're Italian, right?
No.
Oh, what kind of last name is Szeluga?
Szeluga. We keep their names. Yeah.
Szeluga.
It's Polish. Sounds
that's why
sounds
you guys know each other.
Yes, that's true.
My friend
the
is
girl I dated
100% Polish, and
was
they
very
are.
Polish. Yeah.
You guys know how to clean, cook, and fix a house with it like one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I can cook.
Szeluga.
No. Well, all right, but like beluga whale. If you just swap the B out for an S, you're good.
Szeluga.
That's it.
Szeluga. Okay.
Yeah. The spelling is what's bad. It's that SZ throws everybody.
Hit that like button. Okay, we're going back to the story. So I have a little ADHD, and you'll see in the live it go off track.
I have it too. This will be fun.
Because I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at you in the camera. So if I see
I
you
see.
do that,
it's like getting a haircut. I had a barber that I would like turn to him sometimes, and it would freak him out. He would like kind of get uncomfortable and then just go right back. He would keep looking into the mirror, and I was like, I guess it's the only way he can talk to people.
Yes,
after cutting hair for however many years.
And my dad was a barber, so
yeah. Could you only talk to him through a mirror?
No, he liked talking like real quick,
face to
stop, and then cut your hair and stop. All right, so going back, so you knew from a young age you wanted to do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you were, but mostly stand up and writing.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I remember seeing stand up and really thinking it was amazing and saying, "Oh, I want to do that," and then very quickly telling myself, "You will never be able to do that."
Oh.
I had such stage fright, such anxiety around it. I ruled it out very, very quickly. So I was doing sketches and video and stuff.
Well, okay, so sketches and videos. Someone's asked me, what's your best jokes? What's your best sketch? One of your favorite sketches you've done.
Best sketch? I'll tell you one that was a neighborhood favorite. And it is, when I tell you this, this was a long time ago. And it is, if I were to redo it and re-edit it, it would be half the length. But I did a video called Girl Arm.
Oh.
When I was in college.
Girl Arm?
Girl Arm. And it was a story that took place in the 50s. And it's this guy who picks up this girl who's way too young. And he's like in the car with her and like putting the moves on her. Anyway, he's being a jerk and he'd been drinking. He gets into a car accident. She dies. He loses his arm. And the doctor offers him basically this weird surgery where he's like, I think we can take her arm and put it onto your body. And he chooses to do it. Yeah. So it's a weird.
Does anybody want to see Girl Arm?
That's online somewhere. You can find it. So that was when there was this independent film night on Staten Island that I wasn't there, and somebody showed it there off like a VHS. And
VHS is a video, not an actual. For those who don't know,
tape. I'm an old man. Yeah.
No, we got random people.
Well, anyway, my brother went. It was at the Muddy Cup.
Okay.
And I had never been there. My brother goes there. This place no longer exists on Staten Island, but it was very important for me. I met my wife there. I first did stand-up there. Sal Volcano from Impractical Jokers became one of the owners of the place for a while. Like,
you hear that?
A lot of history there. But where was I?
So the sketch.
Oh yeah. So my brother went there one night just to get a cup of coffee, and it was playing in the back room with a few people watching it. And he came home and he's like, your thing is being shown. So at this independent film night, they would show stuff, and at the end of the night, they had like videos from past weeks where people could pull one out and play it. And apparently, this was getting shown like every week. And I got in contact with the guy who was running it, this guy named Bill Woods, and that led to us starting to actually do sketch shows at the Cup.
Oh, wow.
With an audience, and it was great. We'd get like 80-something people out. And
80 is a good number.
It's a good number,
right?
Yeah.
So we're going back, Frank. I'm going to answer your question, but hi, Jet City. So John Szeluga. I don't want to fuck it up now. Is it Szeluga? I did it. No. Hey.
That's all right.
Say it again. Repeat it again.
Szeluga.
Szeluga.
Again, like beluga whale.
I know. I just told myself that. So this is why I'll never be this is actually a hidden camera show right now.
It feels funny even correct. I did stand up recently, and they had all these animated flyers, and everything said Segula. It all said the wrong thing, and I didn't even bother anymore.
But no, I didn't. Oh wait, I'm gonna write it down, John. I want you to tell everybody.
I think I should change my name. No, I think
you shouldn't change your name. This is the thing. I have bad pregnancy brain from 13 years ago. Your wife, you have 2 children, right?
I have 2 children, yeah. Yeah, there's permanent brain damage for both of us. I have it too. You know that, right?
I know. It's a lot. So John has not only does stand up, he was talking about how we started with sketch comedy. And then what was your first time doing stand up?
I was 26, and I started writing stand-up when I was about 20, and I sat on it for 6 years.
But I you know that Leslie Jones, did you ever listen to her book? She talks about how Jamie Foxx told her to go out and experience life and then come back and do stand-up. She was like 19.
Okay. No, I hadn't heard that. I believe in that. I think some stand-ups that just exclusively do stand-up and they're not living their lives end up talking about being stand-ups.
Yeah, and then it becomes a whole thing.
Yeah. But no, I kind of snuck stand-up in. So I was doing those live sketch shows, and this was such a great thing for me. Rather than to do open mics and stuff, we would show these sketch videos. So I would get up there and slip in stand-up, never saying like, "Ladies and gentlemen, John Szeluga, here's an act." I would just do it, and if it was going well, I might do 7 minutes. If it didn't go well, I'd be like, "Check out this next video." Right. So no one knew, in a way.
He slipped it in.
I slipped it in.
Careful now. We're not talking about. We're slipping in the stand-up so he could hone his craft. So so someone just said hi from Johannesburg. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Stand-up comedy is hard. You would say it's hard or easy?
A bit of both, right? Yeah, I think if we do it, there's times where you're up there and it's just coming from somewhere and you don't even know how, and it's going great and it's amazing. But for me, what was hard was all the anxiety leading up to it. Like I get even coming here, I get nervous. I get nervous for everything.
He's nervous, and I look like a spaz who can't
no,
say his last
name.
Wait,
you're great.
Speaking of which, can you say it again so I can phonetically write it?
Yeah, Szeluga.
Lu. Like Lou. Ga. Okay.
Yeah. Unless you want to say it the Polish way.
How do you say that?
That's much. It's Szeluga. I wish my family just did
that. Szeluga?
That
sounds great.
It's great, and it's easy. I could tell people to like treat the Z like an H, but like I don't know, my parents or grandparents, I guess somebody decided at some point to just treat the Z like it was silent.
Szeluga. John Szeluga.
There you go.
Hopefully, Jesus Christ. You say trainer, because that's how you mispronounce my name. Just say trainer, because I deserve it.
Okay.
Hi from Johannesburg. We said it. Who's your favorite stand-up up guys? Joe Rogan. This guy is saying Joe Rogan. I don't think Joe Rogan sucks. Who's your favorite stand-up comedian?
Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald. Oh, I like that's a good
Norm's
pick.
number one, and I'm.
That's a good pick.
He's the best, and I'm upset. There was a period in my life where I kind of forgot about that because. Yeah. You know, we did Weekend Update, which is where I fell in love with him. But then there were TV shows and movies. The one thing he really did well was stand-up, and I almost forgot.
That he did stand-up. So did
I. You know what I mean?
A lot of people did.
And then I went, just fell back in love with him all over again. I was really happy. I saw him do a show at Town Hall, which I'm really glad I saw him live.
Yeah.
And he's my favorite.
Okay, so Norm Macdonald is John Szeluga. See how? Oh my God, this is insane. He's never gonna let me host a show. Anything that he does because of this. So John's favorite comedian is Norm Macdonald. What about female comedian?
Yeah. I mean, I love a lot of the old comics and stuff. So like seeing Joan Rivers live was one of the best things I ever saw. It was near I was maybe a couple.
You saw her live
at St. George Theater, and it was not long before she died, but she was pacing the stage. Like the energy she had that entire show was wild. Okay. Maria Bamford is also, I think she's brilliant, and people don't know her. They should check her out.
So if you guys are just tuning in, what's up, Jane? Jane's one of our Too Fast to Track's one of our regulars. Mm-hmm. Norm hated OJ.
I don't know if he hated OJ so much as he just really found it funny to push those buttons where it was such a big thing in the country, and
I know, like.
I think the guy was obviously guilty, but people can argue that if they want.
I think everyone thought OJ was guilty. Like when he died, I was like, during the trial, everyone was like, "Yay, OJ!" But then it's like years later, it was like, "Yeah." He actually
and then they were fine saying it. Yeah. That was all. But Norm, I think he liked saying things that would get him in trouble. The big boss at NBC wanted him to stop, and I think he's one of those guys where he's one of those comics where I don't think there's ever a scenario where you could tell him what to say or what not to say. He was going to do it.
Okay, I don't want you to think I'm not looking at you, but I'm looking this so in our lives we can look.
This is good. So I should be doing this too, huh?
That. But
this is like really training session for me. This is why I have.
I was with this crazy bitch. Well, okay. Did you work with Tom Green?
No, never worked with Tom Green. Tom Green's great.
No, never. Okay.
Huge I think even I don't think he gets the credit he deserves for influencing things now, even including the show I work on now. I think.
Right.
messing with people on the street and stuff.
Okay, so before we get to Impractical Jokers, we're going to talk about that. But you've done so much in addition to that, and he has 2 new books that we're going to. First of all, put your books out here. We're going to do it a couple times.
Well, this is one I wrote with the other writers of Impractical Jokers during the writer's strike.
Ooh.
It's an idea of fantasy football.
Oh, I love this because I always used to get rejected for fantasy football with the guys I would date. Not now.
I've never played. I don't know anything about fantasy football. So this is ridiculous that I even have anything to do with this.
The best fantasy football punishment playbook from the producers of Impractical Jokers works for any bet. I love this.
Yeah.
So you guys made this during the pandemic.
During the writer's strike.
Oh, sorry. The writer's strike.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There was a writer's strike about almost 2 years ago now. Right?
2 years, yep. So my boss called me, James Kilmoon. He had an idea for this book, and I was like, I don't know anything about fantasy football. And then he was the one that was like, you don't have to. He's like, these are, in some leagues, people punish the losers, and then we punish the losers on our show.
Right.
So he was kind of like, if you could just write, we're going to come up with punishment ideas the way we do for the show. And I was like, oh, that I can do. So there's 5 of us came together and wrote that with ideas for you. And then the best thing about this for me personally was that it kind of made writing a book seem like such a daunting task. And then once we got it done, I was the idea of writing more.
And then you have a second.
It seemed achievable. This is the newer one, and this is a really dumb idea that I had.
And we're going to read some of this in here as well.
This is the opposite of fantasy football. We got some nerdy, dirty, and tasteless Star Wars jokes.
I love that. I forget. Every guy I've ever said, like, Star Wars. I'm like, yes, but then I also forget. So I just read nerdy, dirty, and tasteless Star Wars.
It's super nerdy, but I also grew up loving truly tasteless joke books and outrageously offensive. Those like 80s joke books that were all this size.
Wait,
you know what I mean? These little.
You would order them when I was in school. We had like a weekly. What is it called? Like the Scholastic. You order your books from Scholastic.
Yeah.
And they had these. I want you to read one of your jokes.
Well,
here.
I doubt they had anything. I know they had joke books in Scholastic, but those adult ones.
Those adult ones, not from there.
Raunchy.
Yeah, they were raunchy.
And I wanted to do something in that style, so some of these are really.
Okay, guys.
They really go for it.
John is going to read. She's going to pick a random joke.
Reading a joke that I know that's so hard. You know that.
No,
do you want to
hit the
like
button? Sure, I'll hit the like button, guys.
You pick a random one.
Also, we're going to pick a random one. My brother loved on bet on fantasy football, being the biggest weed dealer in Mass under martial watch. Crazy shit. Yeah, the book fairs were awesome. Hi, thank you for joining us. Okay, we'll look up Oakley fans. So, okay, had a. What do you think about people starting OnlyFans?
I mean, do whatever you got to do, right?
Exactly.
I got kids to feed.
Next up, okay. What's the difference between Bianca and Panaka?
Panaka. Yeah, this is a tough. I'm telling you, if you're not a Star Wars nerd, this is a tough one.
Panaka? Okay, what's the difference between Banaka and Panaka?
Mm-hmm.
Banaka is a spray that freshens your breath, and Panaka is that asshole who stinks up a movie.
There's no way you're gonna get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we did a live reading in Brooklyn.
Okay, we're in Brooklyn.
And had Star Wars fans. We were at Industry City.
Okay, yes.
Brooklyn 1, the Tom Kane Theater. It's a great black box space.
Hit that like button. We got John Szeluga from the Impractical Jokers here, also stand-up and writer. He's done more. The Real Book Fair is here. Nice interview, Chewy Forever for my godmother. Does John know any comedians on OnlyFans?
Do I know any comedians on OnlyFans? I probably do.
He just doesn't have it. Careful, his wife is going to be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
That's a good question because I know comics.
They do.
I know they're on there. Yeah.
We have because it can also be for comedy and sketches, and you don't need to just have, showing your birthday suit.
Right, but I think there's some comedians doing that also
as well.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, my daughter's in competitive gymnast, and I do a new joke how I need to start at OnlyFans to show a bunion to pay for the leotard.
Oh yeah,
it's expensive.
Yeah.
Michelle, what's up, Chris? Chris is another comes back every day. Chris, we got John.
Hi, Chris.
Szeluga.
Look at you!
Yes.
Wow, this is exciting.
This is a child who needs. I need a paraprofessional around in life. What's wrong with me? So there's new comedy shows, I'm sure. So when you started doing stand-up,
I got asked to do a new comedy show once.
You did.
I turned it down. Yeah. No, but I really did, and it was the last thing the guy mentioned. He came up to me. He's like, "Hey, we do a new stand-up. I got a show. Oh, it's next Friday. Blah blah blah. This and that." And he's like, "And it's a new show, but no." And I was like, "Wait, what?" There was no way I was going to do it, but it was. I think it was at the Pit at the time.
It was in New York City.
It was in New York City, and every stand-up comic came out fully naked and did their set. Yeah, I wanted nothing to do with it.
Were they paying?
I don't. Probably not.
Horrible.
Probably not. You know that, like, I didn't even ask then. Probably. You know what I mean? That stage where it's just like, God, even if you start making money doing comedy, I don't know if you ever make back what you lost all the years putting in. It's crazy.
With stand-up, what's up, Boss Mom Chronicles? Another wonderful follower. See, you got another. You guys are tuning into her live as well. I love it.
Oh, cool.
Should comedians be able to handle hecklers?
They should be able to. They also shouldn't have to deal with them as much as they do. But yeah, yeah. And it's all. I mean, I'm not the first to say it, but the secret is you have to have, and you'll agree, you have to have the whole audience on your side. Because there was a lady in the front row of a show once, and this is the biggest mistake I made with a heckler, who was talking on her phone loudly, but she was trying to tell a friend how to get to the show, and then put the phone down and asked me for help with like directions in the middle of my act. And I immediately kind of like turned on her and insulted her and turned the whole room against me. There was something about the way I did it that was too aggressive, and I think they saw her as, even though she was being rude,
she was like, "Oh,
it's like she's at the show, she's here, she's supporting you, and she's trying to get somebody else here to see you, and you're talking to her like that." And I was hosting that night.
Oh,
so
you had to keep going. So when you're hosting a comedy show, you have to keep going back up and introducing comics.
So they hated me at the start, and then they hated me. They just hated me the whole show. It's kind of thing I just got up and would just say the next comic's name and it was a lesson I had to learn.
It's like that. Eat your own humble pie or eat your own humble. Hit that like button, guys. We're here with John Szeluga from Practical Jokers, stand-up comedian, writer. So some of my followers will also then follow other people, and like Boss Mom Chronicles does her own lives, so see they're having their little chat about. Check her out.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I also think sometimes some of my subscribers poke at me, like he pokes at me a little bit and will say like rude and insulting things, and then I'll go off on a tangent. Okay. So that's not a great way to handle hecklers, but Hi George, how are you? Was Vince Vaughn a comedian before acting?
I know he does. I don't know what he did first.
I don't know what he did first.
Feels like it was all together.
It was all.
But I don't know.
Okay, so you were asked to do a new show. So then when did you get Impractical Jokers?
So 10 years ago.
10 years you've been on the show. Holy shit. This is what I'm saying. This is a success story right here. I am trying to manifest this to be on a television show. I don't care. I'll be a writer, an actor. I will stand up and say one line a day. I don't care. I want to do it, right?
Yeah. It was 10 years of stand-up with the hopes of getting a writing gig. And then I got Jokers, and that's been 10 years.
That's amazing. So do you feel very proud of yourself that you've accomplished that goal? Because that was a
I do. Proud and lucky, but also constantly worried about the next thing. And even though Jokers has been 10 years, what people have to realize is just about every season we do might be the last.
You don't know, right?
Since the first one I did, I came in season 5.
You still got like a lot. Like, so someone's saying, Joey, good show. Yes, thank you. I don't know. I lost my shiz over a joke. Oh, I raged out. I don't know. Why get married and make one woman miserable when you can stay single and make all the women happy instead? On a side note, what do you think?
So stay single and make all the women happy? Well, I don't know how to do that, so I'm married. Make all the women happy? I'm trying to make one woman happy.
Hit the like button, guys.
Every woman happy. It's not my job.
All right. So, what was your inspiration? What got you going? Jet City wants to know.
My inspiration,
and maybe also, what is your, as a stand-up, what gets you inspired when you're writing, and also maybe then also when you're writing Impractical Jokers?
It's two very different things. I mean, Impractical Jokers is, and it's when I'm working on the show, I'm looking for ideas for that everywhere. So we shoot in supermarkets and malls and everything, and it's like sometimes rather than sitting in a writer's room coming up with ideas, I will go walk through a supermarket. I will go walk through a mall. I will walk around the streets of Manhattan.
Inspiration here.
Well, that's it, and that's why I love the years that we were entirely remote and the writers were entirely remote. It was a lot harder for me because when we were when we're working in Manhattan, I love nothing more than we're trying to come up with stuff to get outside, go sit in a park, people watch, it's just
the man on the street stuff inspires me. I do a lot of that.
Yeah, inspiration's everywhere. And then with stand-up, I was never good at just sitting down and writing. Like, I don't just sit down and say, I'm going to write stand-up today.
Okay.
An idea comes when it comes. And if it's 3 a.m. and I have to get up and turn the light on and start writing and annoy my wife and everything, it comes when it comes. I have no control over it. Right. And there are days where it flows. It tends to flow the most just prior to a show.
Oh, interesting.
There's something about that. And I have, for better or for worse, a lot of times when I'm on stage, I end up doing something I didn't plan on doing because I had an idea right before I got there.
So do you feel like I do those artist notes where you write for like a stream of conscious, and then I'll act out, like I'll do a stand-up in my house by myself.
Oh, you do?
I like rehearse it. That's the theater background in me.
I've tried. I can't.
It comes most when wife is happy.
I run my stand-up in my head mostly.
Okay.
And I'm a crazy person. I'll be in the car thinking of a stand-up set, and there are hecklers in my head that will interrupt. And now I'm having a conversation with an imaginary person entirely in my head.
I do that a lot too. I'll have conversations with myself, and then I'm like, why are you talking to yourself? I will. I'll talk out stuff. It's crazy. What's more memorable, bombing on stage or getting a standing ovation? Oh, that's a good point. I want to say the standing ovation, but sometimes that negative shit sticks out a lot more.
It's the bombing. If I have a good set, I feel good for like an hour. If I have a bad set, I feel bad until I get on stage again and have a good set.
That's a great.
It just sticks.
Do you do high kicks? Okay, you're gonna think this is crazy.
You do high kicks?
Yeah, I do.
I don't do high kicks. So surprise.
You have to hold it up here.
So I'm gonna.
You can stay right there. You're not even.
Okay.
All right, ready.
Whoa!
Maybe we'll get John to do one.
It's not. I will hurt myself.
This is. They think I should do yoga. My boyfriend says I should just do yoga the entire stream, and that will get more followers. But I'm like, he's like, nobody cares about your journey.
I don't agree with that.
My wife is most happy with her boyfriend on weekends. I only approve because he fluffs my pillow before he leaves. So we can also roast in between, and we're talking about the journey. That always gets us standing. Oh, you are on your own, best consultant. That's why you talk to yourself. My mom used to do that all the time. I'd be like, who are you talking to? Before cell phones, internet era.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is so you get to Impractical Jokers, and before you got to Impractical Jokers, you were doing other jobs, right? You were teaching and
theater, photography. I mean, I was like 5 different jobs.
What was one of your favorite, most memorable jobs before you got to the Impractical Jokers?
Working, I loved working in the theater. I worked in this local theater where, first of all, the people I worked with were great. And it was like extra money. I miss having a job I didn't care if I lost. And I don't mean I didn't like the job, but it's just you're a different person. You have way more fun on that job. Because you're
like, who cares if I mess up?
But I had a blast, and I'm sorry.
No, keep going.
Well, every local, what was fun about the local theater thing was it wasn't just plays and stuff. Sometimes like an actor would come through and you'd meed somebody big, but then you'd have some local dance school, and then you'd have some like, bodybuilding competition. So it was just,
bodybuilding competition?
You'd have anything because they were just renting this stuff out. Yeah. So again, thinking about looking for ideas and experiences and stories, it was a fun place to work because every gig was different.
What theater was it? Are we allowed to stand here?
Well, it was Staten Island stuff. So it was the College of Staten Island and the St. George Theater.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
more the College of Staten Island with those events and stuff.
Is your wife from Staten Island?
Yeah, not originally. She moved around, but yeah, she grew up.
Yeah, double tap the screen, please. Okay, so yes, John is originally from Staten Island, but he's in Jersey now. Big up all the Thespians out there. I talk to myself because I'm the only one that listens. Hey, I agree with you on that.
My mom always said, just don't answer yourself.
Yeah. Second City in Chicago was always a blast. They have Second City in New York too, I believe.
They do now.
I did Upright Citizens Brigade.
I did the first like improv class. Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah. Upright. Amy Poehler and Seth Meyers. I remember seeing them on stage many years ago.
Yeah.
So big up Staten Island and the Wu-Tang Clan. Are you a Wu-Tang fan since you're a Staten Island?
I'm not, and nothing against them. I wasn't really aware of them growing up on Staten Island. I didn't realize they were on Staten Island. In fact, I was a cashier at ShopRite supermarket, and Method Man was my customer. And I didn't know who Method Man was. So he came up and he bought whatever he was buying and he left. And then every other cashier like behind me started throwing things at me. Just they were so mad. Literally throwing things at my head.
That seems like an Impractical Jokers episode.
Yeah.
So someone wants to know, when is the next Impractical Jokers again?
So we aired half of season 12 last year. I don't have exact dates yet, but I think we're like a month or two away from the second half of season 12 airing.
That's amazing. Hi, Baru. And what's your ritual before a show? Do you take a shot? That's a good question. Do you drink before shows?
I used to. I used to have to, and I don't like saying that, but
no, it's good to say it.
Yeah, I used to get sick before every show.
Really?
To the point where I didn't eat the days I did stand up until after I did stand up.
Okay, I don't eat before a show.
For years. I would throw up in the bathroom and then perform. For years.
Okay, well, John, do you smoke weed? Are you allowed to say on camera?
Yeah, I didn't until I was like in my 30s, and it was something I have a lot of issues sleeping, so I turned to it for sleep, and it helped. And these days, it doesn't help so much anymore.
It does. You know what it is? I also am perimenopausal. He's not a perimenopausal woman. I am, and I'm having trouble sleeping.
But I live with one, and she's having trouble sleeping also. So between the two of us, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Okay, so
if you don't know what perimenopause is, it's grounds for divorce. I'm just telling you right now.
You know what? Don't tell my boyfriend I hope break up with me. You're like, bitch. No, we have 186 of you in here. You've got to tap the like button. John is here from Impractical Jokers. He's a writer. He's a comedian. He is an author, and we're going to talk about more about his books. We're going to read one of the fantasy football punishment playbooks that he wrote with the producers of Impractical Jokers. So talk to me a little bit also about, you were just saying something about, the drinking. Okay, I used to, when I first started, I'd have a glass of wine with me on stage for Diaries, but then I stopped doing that because I was out of my head. I couldn't focus.
I don't know. For me, it doesn't make you funnier. I will tell you that. For a while, I thought it did, and then what I realized, it was just turning off that part of my brain that was criticizing myself.
Yes.
Because when you're drunk, you will say the dumbest shit. You don't think.
Right.
And I needed to kind of not think so much when I was up there. But obviously, there's problems with that. I mean, plenty of comedians develop drinking problems. It was the only way I got paid too. I didn't get money, but they give you 2 drinks, so you're like, I have to do that.
Or they make you buy a drink.
And my thing was always like a couple scotches before I went up.
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, I don't feel as bad because I had like 3 glasses of wine last night.
Okay. No, I would drink pretty heavy, and then I would try to.
That has nothing to do with stand up. I just felt bad doing the Christmas drink. Go ahead. But so this is important because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this because in the stand up, you're at a bar. Like the stand-up comedy clubs, there's a bar there, and you're supposed to hang out at the comedy clubs. Maybe not so much now since the pandemic. I think things have shifted a little bit, or maybe not.
I'm the wrong one to ask. Yeah. I'm a little out of the game with that.
Doug Stanhope has been drinking on stage in the 90s. He's still doing well. Okay.
It works for him.
It works for him, right?
Yeah.
Same in music industry, playing small gigs for cases of beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Oh, see, they're really wanting Boss Mom Chronicles and me. We got to do some kind of collab.
You should, yeah.
We definitely should. I think it's also just horny men that want to see 2 hot moms on a thing, and that's fine. Completely fine. She's married.
I'm sorry, I'm here.
No. All right, blue collar comedy drunk.
Who's this guy? Why are you sitting so close to him? It's so funny. Because fucking cameras are vertical. I hate it too. I'll say this whole world of all these videos. I think about this all the time.
Here, we'll put it just on you for now.
Well, that so much of what you watch is one person. It's always one person
because
that's all you can fit on
and
this.
And also, without this, then my live stream algorithm goes down, and John's like, "Why the fuck did I show up to your live stream?"
We're doing.
He's a celebrity guest, by the way. Okay, he's my first
celebrity guest.
My first celebrity guest. Chris, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You're right. Chris is taken. His girlfriend is in the military. Michelle, I'm not horny. I'm taken. I support both. I'm just kidding, Chris. That was not meant for you. I apologize. It's my own insecurities. I don't like when someone calls me insecure. That's the worst thing for a woman. That's but even though I am, I don't want a man to call me insecure.
I got that.
Do you feel what I'm saying? Like, have you ever said to your wife, "You're so insecure"? You'd probably get beat, right?
No, I don't think I've ever said it like that.
Because there's 2 ways a guy can call his woman insecure. It could be like, "Babe, are you feeling insecure?" and like asks for a hug.
Right.
Or it could be like, "You're so insecure."
Oh, yeah.
Then that results in his funeral burial.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Andrew Dice Clay smokes cigarette after cigarette. Yes, I feel you. He did. Okay, who was someone that you've worked with that you really enjoy with stand-up? So besides Impractical Jokers, who have you worked with on stage and you really were like, wow, that was a cool experience?
Oh my God, just with stand-up?
Mm-hmm.
It's a ton.
Yeah.
So many people that are big now that weren't then. We were all on the same level, but it's nice seeing. I think I'm a pretty good judge of comedy, and those who've made it I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? Like, seeing like Mark Norman do really well and stuff is like really exciting for me.
Wait! They're gonna go crazy. Okay, sorry. Okay, so talk a little bit about Mark Norman because they want me to interview Mark Norman, and I worked with Mark Norman, and then I'm sure he didn't remember. Then I saw him last week at the dojo really quickly before he went on stage, and I didn't. They're like, "Oh, you should ask him to be on the live stream."
You should.
But I didn't want to impose right before he went on stage.
Oh well, yeah, but that's what, that's good, and that's you as a performer. There's something about that headspace before and after that it's like not the time.
Right. Thank you.
I agree.
I got my whole.
He might be okay with it,
but other people wouldn't be.
You don't know.
And he's so
I don't
nice
like talking to people before I go up. Yes, I'm very much in my head, but then there's comics who can like eat a sandwich and just jump on stage, but I'm so in my head.
I am in my head as well.
Yeah.
It must be something with the Polish and Italians are very similar. I do feel like that, right? That Eastern European, is it Eastern European or Western?
No, Polish are so much better than Italians. And my wife's Italian, my kids are Italian.
Okay, so you have Italian.
Oh, my whole family's Italian, but I'm not.
Wait,
proud of it.
So Mark Norman, that's someone you saw. Yeah, he blew up. I mean, he's been around a while too. Blew up, right?
Fun doing shows with him and just feeling, But I mean, there've been so many people over the years. Nate Bargatze's another one that when I saw him on stage, I did a nightmare show with him in the Poconos.
A nightmare show. Oh, talk to us. What is
just
a nightmare
bad,
show?
just a rowdy bar.
Yeah.
Just an awful crowd yelling stuff out the whole time. The whole thing, and it was just like there's no way any of us can do well. And Nate went up last and owned it. And I just saw something like right away. I was like, oh, this guy's got something special.
And he does clean, doesn't swear at all in his comedy.
No, totally clean. Totally clean.
Hit that like button, guys. We only have 36 likes in here. What are you doing? Challenge the most funny. All right, let's take a break for a second and read another nerdy, dirty, and tasteless Star Wars jokes. 4.
By the way, I've been from that live reading we did.
Oh my God.
I'm suddenly trying. Yeah. It goes there.
Well, you guys wanted me to show tits.
there you go. There's 4 of them.
Where can they buy this?
Amazon.
Okay, we're gonna put a link in there. Did you know Luke milks Thala sirens without their consent? How dare he?
There you go. So my friend Chris Sorrentino did all the illustrations.
Wait, that sounds very familiar.
He's an artist. He did this cover art as well. That's him. He's on YouTube's Baby Belushi. Have you ever seen him?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna put his tag in there as well. And then, talk to me about how this fantasy football punishment playbook works. You can also hold this down if it's.
Am I being too loud?
No, you're fine. But you can, if it's not, you can do that too. Okay. If you want, but I'm a potty mouth. Got to get that green milk. In Italy.
Green milk, blue milk.
Blue milk. What's harder?
Oh, it's green. Yeah, they're talking about that one. Yeah. Sorry.
What's harder, stand-up or comic writing? That's a good question. Like performing the writing or just writing?
Oh, I hear you. That's a tough one. It's tough. It's 2 different things. Because even for me with stand-up, I write on stage a lot.
Really?
So I go up with a lot of times I go up with a loose idea that I don't have figured out. And I kind of need that immediacy to find it, which is scary because sometimes you don't. But that's usually my approach. So with stand-up, part of the writing happens on stage.
It's on stage. Okay. Hi, Trucker Tom. Welcome back. He's another regular. So he's here. So what you're saying about you have the idea, but then you flesh it out on stage. I will flesh it out like in my kitchen as the actor in me will be, okay, what would this line be funny? And then I will go on stage to do it. But I have done that as well for shows. Like if it's a bar show or like I worked at New York Comedy Club in Stanford this weekend. I was finally got a house spot there.
Nice.
But I was ecstatic because I went to Divorce Diaries there a couple weeks ago and I did hit my numbers. Like, when you tell them, oh, I can do this number. And I'm like, please, Jesus.
Yes.
I hit the number. And then they put me in contact with Candy. And she's like, well, she put me at Stanford for the matinee showcase. And I was like, oh, I better do fucking good.
Yeah.
So I practiced in my kitchen, the 20-minute tight 20. Did it. She said, all right, great. One your own, but there's a collaborative work which is easier. One your own? What?
Oh, on your own, probably.
Oh. So do you like working on your own or collaborating?
I like both. I like doing it all. It was never just about stand-up. I always wanted to do just comedy, make funny things.
Okay.
So whether that was TV or movies, the thing that's different about work, so stand-up, the ideas come when they come.
Mm-hmm.
Work is we need 60 ideas by 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? And you're I mean, that's the numbers. Typically for every episode, our segments, we usually do like 2 challenges and a punishment on Impractical Jokers. For every challenge, I usually have to write about 60 ideas. Like things that the guys can say and do.
All right, yeah.
So it's like you write like 120 of those for every show, plus whatever you need for the punishments, and maybe they'll pick one.
Okay, that's like an SNL writing thing. All right, so wait, talk us through it.
So
you
overwrite.
Okay, so this is a process. Hit that like button. So Near Comedy Club is mentioning me in the story.
Hey, very nice.
So we're just saying how let's get to 40 likes. Come on, people, what's wrong with you? I love that you're talking about Boss Mom, but you're having your own side conversation. Chris, OK Grower, y'all having your own side conversation in my life. What the hell? Yes, that's me being insecure as F. See how I get nasty?
I don't blame you.
But so. Okay, John, so you have to come up with one. Yeah, talk to us about the process. I'm very excited about this.
I mean, it's everything. We come up with ideas for the challenges and the punishments. And then once those are selected, we have to come up with ideas, things the guys can do. Because they've done hundreds of episodes at this point. So
yeah, I was going to say.
It's coming up with all of that stuff.
And, okay, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I want to prank my boyfriend very badly. He's he pranks us all he just gets.
Oh, he pranks you?
Yeah, he pranks us.
Okay.
Maybe we'll talk about that. I really do. Like, do you? Oh, that's a question I had. I don't know if you're allowed. You might not be allowed to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I know right bums ADHD they have. Thanks, Jet City. So if I had, let's say someone had, hey, can you like prank my mom? Do you have to hire actors, or do you guys have, or do you really go in? Because it is like you could get like, couldn't you get sued if someone's like, I don't want you to prank me? How does that all work? Or is that something we can talk about it?
Well, one thing we try not to use the word prank.
Right.
And because typically like prank shows like Candid Camera, the difference is always that you're making those people look stupid on those shows, where our show, and I think the secret to our show and the show's success is that the guys make themselves look like jerks.
Yes, they are the self-deprecation. Yes.
So it's these real situations and you are messing with people, but we don't really call them pranks because of that. No, don't be sorry. It's something that but obviously people think of that all the time, and pranking there's an element of pranking, and in a way they're kind of pranking each other. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'm sorry, the question was.
So do you actually go into a place where they don't know you're filming, and then you have to get them to sign off after, or do you set it up before?
Everything's set up before.
Okay.
I mean, the crew, they're waking up in the middle of the night and going to some place. That's every place we shoot. You have to hide cameras, so they're running cables in the ceiling or behind the walls. There's if the guys that are calling the shots, they have to be either in a closet or a van outside, there's a lot that has to happen just to set it up. Okay. And we don't have the luxury of going to a studio every day and shooting our show.
No,
every single and they all have new challenges every time. Sometimes actors are brought in if we need them. Sometimes they're not. It all dependent on the idea.
I love this. And so as a writer, or someone is asking, the Impractical Gang are getting too famous. Have they considered taking the jokes to North Korea where they won't be recognized?
I would love to do an international, I would love to do a travel episode. It's been a while. Maybe like Montreal or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Canada.
Yeah.
Wait, where was one of the travel episodes?
It's been I think anything we did was pre-COVID, but it was, we did LA and New Orleans and Orlando, and so there've been a few. I love that. Yeah. Never another country though.
Never another country. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. Yes, there is. Okay, so you've been on. He's also appeared on the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you like doing that? You played like a supermarket manager at one episode.
A few. Yeah. I've done that a few times now. Yeah. I mean, I've now been on the show a lot, and I'm starting to embrace it more. But I typically, when they would ask me, I would almost always say like, no, I don't want to. Now I realize, especially as the show may be coming to an end and thinking about doing more stand-up again and everything, it's like, oh, I'm on TV almost every day.
Yeah.
I need to start telling people now. I need to start making that connection, because the one thing that's not clear on the show is that I'm funny in any way. I'm always the straight man. I come on, and I feel like my job in those is to make it as believable as possible for the people in the scene, and to not break, because I'm not a star of the show. I'm there to make them look good. But a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you're from that show, you work on that show. But the thought of seeing me do comedy isn't even a thought.
Right.
So I'm now trying to, and it's long overdue, and we'll see how it goes, but I'm trying to kind of like connect those dots for people of like, hey, I'm on this show because I actually am coming up with ideas for that show.
Well, let's talk about how did you submit to Impractical Jokers? Did you know somebody? I know you told me a story a couple years ago.
Yeah.
How did you get the gig?
I knew Sal through comedy and living on Staten Island. So
I used to have a crush on Sal Volcano.
Did you? So I don't blame you. Yeah.
I know, but I like those big Italian guys.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's married. He's not.
He's married. He's a dad now.
Yeah, I know. It's hidden like what it is, because I used to like stalk his. He had the podcast with Chris the Stefano.
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, is he married? This was a couple years ago. I'm very happily with my boyfriend now.
He's married. He kept that under wraps for a while.
I figured. Yeah.
Yeah, very private, but.
Okay, so sorry, you knew Sal from Staten Island.
I knew Sal. So the Tenderloins created the Impractical Jokers. That's the name of their sketch group. So the Tenderloins were doing shows on Staten Island when my sketch troupe was doing shows on Staten Island. And this is like early 2000s.
What was the name of your sketch group?
A Dan Amongst Dans.
A Dan?
Terrible name. Terrible name.
There goes the hate. We're going to get to your question, Red Flame Night.
All right. Yeah, what do we got?
What is your process for coming up with ideas? But wait, we're going to hold on to yours. We're going to pin your comment, but first we're going to hear about the Den.
A Dan Amongst Dan. Well, anyway, the point is,
sketch groups, yes.
The Tenderloins reached out to me on MySpace and asked if we wanted to perform with them.
Oh, I love
This is before Impractical Jokers. And I went back to the other members of my troupe, and we had a vote, and everybody else said, no, fuck those guys. Really, it was like really competitive.
Little did they know.
I was annoyed because I thought that was a stupid attitude to have.
See?
But whatever. So we didn't. And then years later, I'm at the bar where Sal is bartending, and I'm doing stand-up there. I used to do stand-up there once a month at Cargo Cafe.
Cargo Cafe. Okay, yeah.
And I was at the bar, and I was just kind of like, hey, we've never met, and Sal was like, yeah, I know you. And we talked about that moment, and I was like, listen, for the record, I wanted to perform with you guys. And then
he was bartending and still doing Impractical Jokers?
Impractical Jokers hadn't been picked up yet.
Oh.
So he was just bartending, he was the guy from the Tenderloins. So there was I'm very thankful. Sal and I became friends before Impractical Jokers. And I think that's important. Because approaching him now, it's like, what do you want from me? There was nothing to ask him for. And we became friendly. And I actually it's funny, very awkward conversation, but or more of an awkward situation that I think I helped, because a lot of adults have trouble making friends. And I literally had this moment. I was like, I feel like we could be friends. I feel like an idiot at this age saying, like, you want to come over to my house and play video games, but we should hang out. And he's like, yes, I know. And we did. We started hanging out. And then season 3, they were hiring writers, and Sal let me know that they were accepting packets. And I submitted and interviewed and did not get the job. It was 2 years later that I put in again, season 5, and got it then. So it wasn't right. Even knowing him gave me the opportunity. Right. But it doesn't get you the job. And then getting the job, knowing him is great, but you certainly don't keep the job knowing him. You have to then. You have to show your work. Okay. Yeah, and I had to do a lot to convince the other guys that I was worthy of being there, because they didn't know me. Because they didn't know you. Yeah. Right? So we're going to get to a little bit of this after we answer this question about any advice that John has for divorce diaries and keeping. I'm continually pitching the show. I shot a web series. Yeah. I'm looking for a co-production partner. So we're going to ask his advice in a second, but let's get to Red Flame Night's question, which is, what is your process for coming up ideas? Connected a little bit before, but you like you were saying, you can wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning and just write something. Do you have a specific process, or is it whatever comes to you? I mean, if we're talking about stand-up, it comes when it comes. and I don't write it out. I it's bullet points for me,
Right.
and I find the wording on stage. With Impractical Jokers, it's a quota. It's we need X number of ideas, and it'll be different things. It'll be like we need something. Sometimes it's very specific.
Okay.
It's like, hey, we lost this location for Tuesday. We can shoot in this park by this fountain. What can we do by then?
Problem solve, and it's kind of like you got the prompt, and this is what you have to do.
Yeah. So it's a producer role as much as it's a writer's role. So it's like it's figuring out. It's a lot of problem solving, and then it's just the pressure of having a deadline. It is amazing what you come up with, and I've learned through that show. I've learned to be a lot less precious. So it used to be anything that I wrote, I would cling to it.
Yeah.
But now it's just I know that 90%, 95%, but whatever it is, or more of my ideas are going to go in the garbage, and they will never be seen again. And that's part of my everyday, and it has been for a decade, and that has been so good for me to just let go of that.
And you let it go. Do you ever get on stage and just forget bits? And what do you do if that happens?
Bomb.
Yep.
I've done it. I will say this, and I remember seeing Hannibal Buress did a show of mine a long time ago, and I remember seeing him have a moment where he may have forgotten something, or he may have just needed a moment to think about what he was doing next.
Yeah.
But he's on stage, he's killing. He tells this joke, gets to the punchline, it crushes, and then he takes a breath and he sits in silence for maybe 20 to 30 seconds. And just the audience, but he needed whatever he needed. He needed, and he had the confidence to just sit in it until whatever, and then he started going again, and he, it went from here to here, and then he brought it right back up again and killed. And there was something about that confidence, even in, and again, I don't know what was in his mind, but that was helpful to me of just like, it's hard, but like
we all have those moments.
We all have those moments, and then if you have to address it, you address it, and it stinks. And then if you have to pull out notes, you can. But there's some people don't mind, and some people really get mad, especially if they paid. They feel like I paid for this, and you're like reading your notebook.
Right. Yeah. So we're going to talk about PTA teachers. The children are smarter than not all teachers, but majority. I don't know where that's a random one, Jet City, but okay. Michelle breaks out in song and dance when she's bombing. What other responses have y'all seen to bombing? He just wants to bust on my stand because I'm a musical theater. So I do this new joke about Cinderella. Like when I grew up, I always felt like I turned 44. How old are you?
45.
Okay, boom.
Yeah.
So 80s kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella was a big Disney movie.
Yeah.
And I always felt like I'm going to find the man of my dreams and he's going to make me happy.
Right.
Meanwhile, it's like, no. And the song is like, someday my prince will come.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's going to come, but will you?
Okay.
Anyway, but so he keeps poking fun at me about that. But so so people take breaths. What do people ever walk off stage? I've had people on shows I've done that just left their set.
Yeah. I've seen that.
That's rough when you're not ready to go on and you're the next one.
Yeah. Yes. I had that. I did this like Opie and Anthony contest thing years ago at it was at Comics in Manhattan. It's not even there anymore. It's a long time ago. And this girl that was going up before me got like crazy stage fright right before going out, and just was like, I can't. And they were like, all right, they just shoved me through.
Oh no.
And there's that thing again. Talk about your headspace beforehand.
Yeah. It throws you off.
Another comic maybe would be fine, but I was just out there 10 minutes earlier than I planned.
And you're like, what?
Oh,
that's the worst.
Yeah.
I get in my head. Yeah, I know when I get in my head, I'm fucked.
Right.
But I shot a TV pilot for a new late night show, which, by the way, I have no clue where it's gone.
Okay.
And they had me do stand up, and they had a live audience for 4 hours. What is it? Wearing her earrings and clothing change your personality? Okay. So for 4 hours, they had open bar.
Okay.
It was maybe like 3 hours. And by the time I went up, it was 2 hours in.
Yeah.
And this girl kept talking in between my set. So I stopped my set and I said, shut the fuck up and let me finish my joke.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back to the joke. Should I have done that or not?
I don't blame you for doing it.
Yeah, I know. It was like a hard...
I mean, how did it hit with the rest of
They didn't mind that it did. Like, I don't care. Good,
Okay.
Good thing you told her to shut the fuck up. But then I was like, that didn't look professional for me.
I hear you, but we all have those moments.
I know.
And people talk more now than ever. But we're comedians are training them to.
Right.
No one wants to. Everybody feels they have to post all the time. You can't post all your material because you're going to give it all away. Mm-hmm. So every time somebody talks to you and you handle it well, you're like, oh, here's a clip. And then this generation, especially some younger people that maybe never didn't go out during COVID, during those teen years, early 20s, they literally don't know how to behave other than what they see. And it's like, oh, a comedy show is where you go and you talk to the comic and they talk back to you. And I'm one of the people, I go up right away. I've said a few times, I'm like, I'm not on TikTok. I'm not shooting a TikTok. Don't talk to me. Right. I don't want to talk to you.
So, that's a whole other thing, social media. I mean, this is where we're
terrible at it.
Building my brand through the YouTube. I've married go off on her husband never being able to get a word in. Yes, it's very true. Speaking of going off, let's cut into, we're almost at an hour and I don't want to take up too much of John's time because this is going amazing. I know I said like 20 minutes beyond an hour. What do you think? First of all, what are you thinking of the live stream so far? How was the experience for you?
This is fun. Thank you. Because I need to do, I was telling you before we started, I don't like to turn the camera on myself. I don't do this. If anybody looks at my YouTube channel, you'll see that I've been active in like the last few weeks because I'm pushing this book. But I'm really bad at, my wife tells me all the time, she's like, you have to let people know who you are.
You're gonna find something here. I'm gonna put your YouTube channel right now in the chat.
So you can do that?
Yeah,
wow,
so that
this is high
while
tech.
I'm doing that, you're gonna find, let's do talk to me about this punishment playbook. What is that?
This is, I mean, it can be used for fantasy football leagues or any fantasy league or any bet. That's the thing we say. Like if you're looking for,
I'm listening.
You're saying like, oh, I bet I could do this, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you want something where whoever loses the bet has to do something. Any of these ideas would work. They're not all fantasy football related.
All right, let's pick one. And then we're going to find, I want to find your, what is the name of your channel?
It's just my, John, here we go, my name. Think she can do it? Do you think she can remember my name?
I'm scared. Okay,
there you go. JOHNSZE.
I spelled it wrong.
No, you got it. LUGA.
Oh no, I did it. Okay. Oh wait. Hold on. I see why. Okay, hang on. I gotta do it on. Hold on. I see what I'm doing wrong.
And I will try to find one of these to read. So again, this is all the writers worked on this. We got a nice little blurb in the back, like Mina Kimes and also Paul Scheer.
Yeah, here. Let's show it.
Pretty cool.
This is great. We have finally a book of amazing fantasy football punishments. No more sitting in a diner, getting a tattoo. Paul Scheer, The League, Black Money, How Did This Get Made? Mina Kimes, senior writer and NFL analyst at ESPN, host of the Mina Kimes Show featuring Lenny. While those of us who play fantasy football religiously spend hours and hours every year seeking advice on draft strategies, sleeper picks, and trades, when it comes to the ultimate goal, making our loser friends feel like morons, expert advice has been solely lacking until now. I love this. Hit that like button. Funny to see Boss Mom right now until she could not read. Oh no. Don't be hating on each other. Okay, so wait.
And a forward by Q for those IJ fans out there.
Okay, so wait, we got a couple here of you. Which ones are?
That's mine.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm subscribed. We're gonna share your stuff. Now let me show you when we do all right, so he's gonna pick we're gonna pick one of the one of the rituals. Crack that whip, chains are welcome. Funny to see. Hit that like button, guys. We got 56 of you in here. Come on. Now, when you do the subscriber only chat too, that's supposed to help with subscriptions. I don't fucking know. I'm doing everything and everything.
Yeah, do you feel like it does?
It has. I just grew like 1,000 a week now.
See, that's cool.
All right.
I can learn a lot from you when it comes to all this stuff.
We're going to put John's YouTube channel right here.
Thank you.
Okay. And then subscribe here. So for ticket sales, that's another thing I just, and I would pin it. So you'll see it. Come on. Okay, there we go. So now it's pinned. Okay. So we're gonna pick a playbook. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I don't know. And again, they're not all mine.
Do you know which ones are yours? We can read it aloud.
I could try to find one of mine.